Good evening, good evening. Welcome. Oh, wrong drawer. I have a special drawer for you. Alright, there's that. Okay. Alright, hi. My name is Nat Williamson, and I am in charge of End Times. For anybody that's new, Jesus talks to me. Has for 34 years. I thought it was God. So anyway, he's walking me through End Times because I became very concerned that once I got a revelation, I was going to go through it. And young children around me were going to go through it, the thick of it, okay? But anyway, so he made a way for us, okay? And I already hear people squawking about that. And he touches it. I don't know if it's going to do any good because some people are determined to go through Revelations. It's like, it's a sin if they don't. He explains, okay? All right, let's just get started, okay? Let me get a drink. I need a drink. You know, I only say what my father says, okay? This was not something I wanted, okay? But when he gave it to me, I wasn't going to say no because I am learning Jesus hates cowards. He hates cowards. That only tells me God hates cowards, okay? I'm not a coward. It's crazy, but I shouldn't say this. Didn't mean it, Father. Is out. I don't know what else to say. To the untrained mind, what he's asking me to do, or maybe you think I'm crazy, I don't know. It's whatever. But anyways, I have a mental health counselor for a husband, so no, I'm not crazy. He would be crazy before I would become crazy, so yeah. All right, this is the yard. The yard's getting very good. Jesus told me the prosperity guys aren't going to do it. I got this on August 20th. I told Jesus, look, I can do nothing. So I know that you're going to come up with something. Because you're going to come up with something because I can do nothing. Clayton ain't going to sell this house. Deep down inside, he is thinking, I hope this doesn't happen. Yeah. And I know you hear his thoughts. I'm sure deep down inside, I hope this doesn't happen. I laughed and said, after all you did for him, just like him, not having the desire to kill his flesh. It wasn't until you almost killed him. Jeez, talk about. He had to hit rock bottom. Almost to death. He even said that. He thought he was going to die. So he didn't kill it. God did it. So now he's a baby Christian. He's starting all over again. Did he ever make it? No, I don't think he ever did. So whatever. You have to kill your flesh. You just have to. Or else none of this is going to work. Well, I know you're going to do something about it because this ain't going to stand. This is not going to stand. I guess my prayers got to do that too. Tell prayer warriors, aim at this as well, okay? About the bus. About getting me on the road, okay? Jesus says that this is a movement that must happen. So we need to give them the strong feeling that they need to do this. I am sure they are waiting to hear from God, talking about the prosperity preachers. Or they're hoping that I'm a nut. And they don't have to do this. Yeah, I'm already getting, and he's already telling me, you're not going to do it. This ain't going to go well for you, okay? Just say. I'm not threatening you. I just know how he's working, okay? I'm telling them that this would be a big mistake, okay? Big mistake. This is you. Big mistake. Don't walk in fear because you have a church. That's what he said. Don't walk in fear because you have a church. And you probably have side game. Little stores, whatever. He said, now is not the time to be a coward, okay? Now's not the time to be a coward. He says, I blessed you guys. Now I need you to do this for me. See, I do things for my people. But then when I ask something of them, how quickly they dismiss. Okay? How quickly? Because this can't be. She must be a lunatic. Don't underestimate her, he's saying. I chose her. I chose her. Now I need you to help her. Because I did this to her. I put this upon her. Yes, he did. But I'm obedient, and I don't walk in fear, okay? 34 years I've been doing this. I'm sure some of you guys a little bit longer than that, but so now they are afraid. You guys afraid? Don't be afraid. Don't be a coward, okay? I don't want this for them. I'm saying this. I don't want this for them. I'm just going to keep doing what you told me to do, even though you told me that they're not going to do this. I will just keep doing what you told me to do, and that is to keep sending letters. I will do an addendum to Joyce's letter. I haven't done hers yet. I've done Kenneth Copeland, Jesse Duplantis, Creflo, and Bill Winston's went out the door the other day. Okay, at the breakfast table, I told Clayton what I got last night about the prosperity preachers aren't going to do this. I also felt like they weren't going to do it because they are a church. And out of self-preservation, they weren't going to do it. You know, the lion, the ox, the man, the eagle guys, they see you. Okay? They know what you're saying. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. Well, now you know we're picking up on it over here. Jesus is the one that told me that you guys are pretty much not going to do it. You know, you could be dodging hell. I know, it's unbelievable because I love you guys. Now, this is a test for everybody here about faith. Okay? You don't quit. You keep putting it out there, and it's going to catch. Okay? Like you said, this is a movement that must happen. Well, it ain't going to happen on my dime because I ain't got a dime. If I was rich, I'd do it. I wouldn't bat an eye. I would just do it. If I already had a bus, I wouldn't need to ask anybody. I would just get in my bus when he was ready for me to go and just do it. But I don't have that luxury, okay? And out of okay, I already said that. Because they are afraid, prosperity preachers. They're afraid. And they are all connected to you. So I don't understand why they can't hear you, Jesus. Yeah, why can't you hear him? Maybe they can no longer hear you. God, I hope not. Because maybe at some level they fell out of the Father's ways. I can't imagine that being the case. I can't. I believe in you guys a lot. This ain't no bull, okay? This is a test. Oh, well, this isn't my movement. This is your movement, Jesus. All I can do is get the knowledge out of what's going on. Keep showing up. Keep telling them what you said. That's all I can do. I can't do any more. If I was rich, I would do it. I would. I am always giving my stuff away. Why wouldn't I? You know me. That's what I do. I just keep walking. You're going to have to provide something because we don't got blank. We don't got stuff. I guess if we want a bunch of money, of course, he would want to pay the house off my husband. Right off. You can take that to the bank. They're probably going to look at my letter and think, we don't need her. She's crazy. Ain't no way. That will be the spirit of delusion on them. It sure will be. But the prosperity preachers would never believe that they have a spirit of delusion on them. I wouldn't think so. No. Especially Kenneth. No. As much as they are in the Word, they're going to look for a reason why not to help. They're going to look for a reason. They're going to find all kind of scripture where, yeah, geez, oh well. See, everybody is going to see what faith can do. This ain't me, okay? This ain't Nat Williamson, okay? I'm not some con artist that came up with all this idea of pretending like I'm hearing from Jesus. If you know me, you know how much I love God and love the Word. Wasn't really too keen on being a church member, but I love God. Okay? I would never do anything that could get me sent to hell. And trust me, if this was all a big bluff, that'd be a reason to go to hell. because I was, how do you say, falsely leading you guys down this rabbit hole? No, I wouldn't dare. This is all him. I couldn't have written that letter. Because Satan's always trying to get me to doubt myself. And I'm thinking about all God's receipts. All of them. Since I've been on this journey. That letter was a cherry on the top. That was not me. They're each getting a letter. See, everybody's going to see what faith can do. This ain't me. I really mean it. This is not me. This movement is dead in the water if he don't do something. Or maybe he is expecting everybody to help. I doubt it. I don't know, especially the gay community. Hello? But I don't see that. Me personally, nope. That group, their flesh is strong. No way. That's part of their problem. You know? Strong flesh. Oh, yeah. They want that ticket to heaven, but they're not going to pay. They're not going to be giving any of their money away. If there was such a thing. Anyways, here again, waiting. Every time I try to figure out who's going to do this, that, or the other, I just need to wait. Wait on God. And I have learned that lesson. Thank you to my husband. Let me get a drink. You know, months ago, Jesus told me, you know, when he told me to make this church, he said, you're now a church. In the eyes of him, not the eyes of man, okay? In the eyes of God and Jesus. This is their church, okay? And I didn't feel comfortable in saying this, but this was months ago. He said, you're now a church. People can tithe to you. That's what he said. And I didn't say anything because I just wasn't ready to make that announcement. You will not get no tax breaks because this is all spiritual, okay? Your money will be blessed by God. You can take that to the bank, okay? So if you wish to do that, Phyllis is going to eventually attach my Cash App for tithing, okay? You can consider it as a tithe to your income, especially if you want to, you know, do the prosperity thing. You have to tithe. That's base. You have to tithe. 10 cents on every dollar you get in your hands. When I was dirt poor, I was tithing. I was that little lady in the Bible that gave just one little penny. Yeah, I did that. Now I don't have to because he's blessed me. We tithe a lot now. Well, I don't. My husband. But anyways, he needs me to get his money, so there's that. Let me see. Okay, Phyllis is going to attach my Cash App for tithing. Okay, took care of that. Oh, getting back to prosperities. Maybe this is a test for them. And if they're not going to do it, they're failing. I started tearing up when I came to that revelation because I love these guys. I do. I love you. And I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I'm not threatening, trust me. This is not... I can't stress it enough, people. This is not me. Okay? He's just using my legs, my hands, my mouth, my body, whatever. Now, when he picked me like this. Wearing makeup, wearing paparazzi jewelry. I'm a girly girl. Okay? I was a tomboy. But when I got old and I saw how hideous I looked, no. I'm a girly girl. Okay. Get back to it. Because I love those guys. And they're going to go to hell because they failed the test. They failed the test. Well, at least I don't have to figure it out. It's almost like that. Oh, great. Okay. I wrote it down. It's almost like that scripture, Psalm 91:7. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near me. When you're walking this journey, anybody who wants to be a Christian, you know, when you're being the real Christian, that has faith, that can stand 10 toes down, doing your will, know that I know that it's going to happen, just don't know the whys or the hows. You don't want us to figure things out. We are just supposed to do it. Like the Word, okay? Ooh, speaking of the Word, I don't have it with me. Oh, well, so far I don't need it. I don't think I will. I wrote down a lot of stuff that he did. Should say. Okay, we're just supposed to do it. jump to people that are in the Word but have very strong flesh. Okay, now I'm talking about somebody. She knew the Word, but so does Satan. Satan knows the Word. He knows the Bible back and forth. He sure does. In case you didn't know that. Learn the Father's ways so that you will not be deceived. Okay, changing the subject, but back to the prosperity. Getting back to the prosperity teachers. They're going to want to shoot holes through me. They will be mistaken. They will be sorely mistaken. Oh, okay, now he wants me to say, tell everybody, I'm not engaging in conversation anymore with any people, okay? Phyllis is it. That's it. You know, I've noticed, we've kind of figured out, me and Jesus, well, me, I figured out he appointed Phyllis for me to help us. She's in our inner circle. He sees that he can really trust her. So I feel safe telling her stuff, okay? Because it won't go past her. She knows. She fears God, okay? She knows she's in the inner circle and she has to be careful. So at least he's given me one friend, and that's Phyllis, okay? Phyllis is it. That's right. Here we go. According to, this changed, y'all. According to Jesus, we are at 11 years. Not 10. Now we're at 11. Maybe our prayers of songs got us another year. I don't know. Okay? Okay, I'm telling you guys, I'm out in the deep end, y'all. Because I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I don't know what my end game's going to be. Yeah, I know what he generally is going to have me do. Pull up on churches, stuff like that. There will be no holidays for me, you know. The preparation. My journey is very intense, obviously. A lot of things I need to do. Okay, then we switched again. Let me get a drink. And when I take a break, I'm going to go get the Bible. I don't think I need it, but you watch, I'll need it. Okay, here we go. Another thing. Why would he die for us and then have us go through that? Talking about Revelations. And this is our walk. So it's him talking to me. Why would he die for us and then have us go through that? I guess from when John recited, and this is him. I guess from when John recited all that stuff and what he saw to now. What he saw to now. Jesus made a way. Okay. Jesus said this. He said, you know what? This isn't good for my children. If they belong to me, they don't have to go through this. Because I already died for it. I already died for it. All this is not going to happen to my children. No way. He laughed and said, He laughed and said, I'm Jesus. I can do something about it. And I'm going to do something about it. I wrote, he was laughing throughout this part. And I'm going to do something about it. Because that was crazy. That's all Satan stuff. This wasn't a design by God for us to go through. This is all Satan crap. He just saw what Satan was going to do. The power he would have at that time. It had nothing to do with what we got to go through, okay? Not a thing. Not a thing. We got nothing to prove. If you belong to me, you're a real Christian, okay? You have nothing to prove. Absolutely nothing to prove, okay? Get that through y'all's heads. Especially the prosperity preachers, okay? He made a way. And he's using me to share that knowledge. Because I'm brave. I'm brave to say stuff like that. Stuff out of left field that people are going to scoff at. Like the whole gay thing. The whole Psalm 58:3. Oh, yeah. But yeah, Psalms is saving our behinds, okay? Because I had the guts to say what Jesus told me to say, okay? That was the only reason why we're here. You don't need to go through Revelations. No, well, okay, I already read that part. Okay. Let me just reread it because he elaborated. You don't need to go through Revelations. No way, no way. That's crap. And if you're a Christian and you think I want you to go through that, you're nuts. You're nuts. You got brain rot, heart rot. Somehow you got it. To think that I would do that to you and not make a way for you? That's nonsense. That's nonsense. I hope I've convinced some of you people. Now remember, I only say what my Father says. I ain't pulling stuff out of my behind. I love God. I don't want to go to hell. If I'm just this giant con artist, no, it wouldn't be worth it. I've seen that guy, Spirit of Death. Yeah. You know him as a Grim Reaper. No. No. This girl ain't going there. Sorry. Okay, Jesus told me. He says, I'm putting my Cash App up. If you want your money to be blessed, you want to cover your finances with your tithes, and at the same time it get blessed by me, Jesus, then tied to my church. Okay? Which is it's just going to be my Cash App. And let me explain my Cash App, because it's I named it after my black cat, Baby Monster. Okay, I don't know why, I just did. Okay, let me continue with what he said, and I'll explain the little story about Monster. It's already 21. Let me move on. This was one.